From the combined crew of blindandroidusers.com and accessibleandroid.com, it's time for your favorite Android podcast. Kick back now and enjoy another fine episode from these fanboys and gals as they navigate Android from a blindness perspective. And now, here's your crew.
Hello and welcome to episode 281 of the Blind Android Users Podcast. I'm Ed Green and I'm joined today by my co-hosts Warren Carr, Sally Kunders and Karine Kawan. But more importantly, we're joined by you all because it's the second open listener and developer session in 2026 and we are coming to you on Saturday, the 25th of April. It's a great time. We get to hang out with all of you guys and we get to hear from some developers about projects they're working on. And to kind of steer us around the various phones and the various developers, I'm going to pass over to Warren.
Well, thank you so much, Ed, for that. And we're excited to see you guys joining us today. And as always, though, what we're going to do, I'll go through the list and introduce everyone, or rather call out names, and those guys will introduce themselves. And thereafter, we will be having developers go first by introducing their apps or services. Then we'll open that up to a question or two from the listeners. And once we're done with all the developers, then we'll talk about what matters to us, what we want, and all of that stuff. It's basically just a time to get to know each other, have fun on this great day. So starting from the top, of course, I got my co-host, Sally is here.
Yeah, everybody knows me, I guess. Since like we're many episodes, I'm here.
Yeah,
it's Sally from Turkey, one of the co-hosts from Blind Android Users podcast, and also co-founder of Accessible Android. I'm glad to have you guys here and having a great show future.
And Ed already has introduced himself. Then we got Kalu. Kalu, could you introduce yourself and tell us where you're coming from?
Yes, I am Dr. Carlo Ndukwe, Ndukwe. I'm calling in from Nigeria. Frankly, this is purely an international show. I appreciate everyone, but I request that the developers spell their apps as they make their presentations. Best wishes to all of us.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful. All right, next we got Aryan Kuma. Could you tell us where you're coming from?
Hello, everybody. Good evening. As in India, it's evening, so good evening. And this is Aryan Kumar Indarpa, Managing Director and Lead Developer of Tech Freedom Android application, and currently representing VI Developers team.
Thank you. So glad to have you here, Aryan.
We got Lukman, the developer of the To Be Said. Lukman, you want to introduce yourself to the people?
Hello everyone, I'm Lukman. I'm from Indonesia and it's already midnight here. I'm the developer of the To Be Said TTS Engine for Android.
Next, we have Diane from the Blind Shell Phone Company. Diane, girl, how are you?
Hello, how are you? You know what? You caught me crossing the street.
Be careful out there, girl.
I am. Gosh, I'm on my way home from a 3-hour cyclothon. So I will be in my house in like 1 minute. But yeah, this is Diane Deshawn from Blind Shell, and thanks for the great timing, Warren.
That was a good timing of catching you, but I'm proud of you going out there cycling. I wish I could do that. Got to move to the East Coast to do that, though. Welcome, Dan.
All right, see you in a little bit.
Get in that house, okay. Next, we got Emin Side. I probably said that name wrong, but help me correct it.
Emin Demirci. I am coming to you from Turkey as the interpreter of Mustafa Doğan, as I told you earlier.
Thank you so much. Up next, we got my friend Jacob Kruger from South Africa. Jacob?
Hi there, guys. Yeah, I'm Jacob Kruger, the slightly mad blind biker from South Africa.
So glad to have you, Jacob.
And next we got Miss Klein. Julie Klein, could you tell us where you're joining us from, Missy? Oh, she just left.
Yeah, she just
Doggone it.
left.
I guess
There
she
you-
doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Doggone it. I kind of feel bad now.
No. No good, no good.
Okay, Miss Karine.
Hello, everyone. This is Karin from Lebanon. Thank you all for joining us today. Only this.
Next, we got Mary Ravanera. Mary.
Hi, I'm listening from the West Coast. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Are you from California or neck of my woods, somewhere in Seattle?
California,
Good.
but up north though.
No, you're way south of me. Okay. Mr. Arrigo, we had you last week at my favorite segment, Android Journey segment. Mike, welcome.
Hi, so my name is Mike, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, in the United States. Just beautiful weather today. Got the windows open. Sitting here while in the background, my water distiller is purifying a nice gallon of water.
Should I say long time no see since the week?
Yeah,
You could. I could do that.
Yeah.
You could definitely
So
do
glad
that.
to have you here again.
Yeah. Next, we have my friend Mustafa Dogan from Turkey, the developer of the new screen reader Ferda, Ferda, that we've been talking about. Mustafa, welcome. Introduce
Mustafa hoş
yourself.
geldiniz. Sen kendini
Hoş
tanıtıyorsun.
bulduk. Mustafa
Welcome.
ben Türkiye'den, İstanbul'dan.
My name is Mustafa from Istanbul.
So you are from proper Constantinople. I kept telling Sally he's from Constantinople,
No,
and
I'm
he said
not.
no.
No, Istanbul. Yes.
Next, we got Junet Vora. Junet, could you introduce yourself?
So hi, Junaid Vora here from India. Hello to all the participants and to all our listeners. I live in India and I'm here to represent the team of VI developers. I serve the post of Director of Content there.
So glad to have you tonight.
Thank you.
Let's see. Welcome. Priyanka, could you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Priyanka. I'm from BI Developers team. Thank you so much for having me here. And it's really a pleasure to see all you guys interacting. Once again, thank you.
Oh,
Well,
welcome.
Priyanka, you guys are full house today.
Yes, definitely. You guys are requested us to join, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Oh my gosh.
You know what?
We got Salvis. You know what? I'm just going to have you guys introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
Salvis, introduce yourself. And then from Salvis, when Salvis is done, next person introduce themselves. I think this is better. Salvis?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Salvis here, calling in from Latvia. Happy to be here.
Sveiki, Salvis.
Sveiki.
Next, who do we have?
Got Ralph from Chicago.
It's Xin, and I'm from China, and I'm the creator of the Redist app, a cross-platform ebook reading app, and I'm going to introduce it later. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, hello everyone. Snehash is this side from the state of West Bengal, India. Glad to be here as always.
Well, so nice to have you again, Snashes.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, I am Rahul from Kolkata, India, and I am here representing VI developers, and
Wow.
I serve
You
as
guys
a joint
are
secretary.
definitely full house. Yeah.
Yeah. So I served as a joint secretary in VI developers and loving it here. So thank you guys.
Actually,
Thank you so
let me
much.
clarify one thing, why do we here? Actually, I'll be just here for the presentation part, and rest questions shall be taken care of by three of them. Actually, it's late night. That's why we have divided our workload.
Yeah, I know it's kind of late.
Absolutely. We know
So,
what it.
so this is from the Tech Freedom guys, right? So we got Rahul and we got you guys are from the Tech Freedom, right?
Yeah, we got Priyanka, Junaid, and Aryan.
More or less, all of us have some kind of chaos going in our background, so we
Oh,
are.
please.
That's okay.
We love the chaos, don't we?
Yeah, we love it. I thrive in chaos. So that's beautiful. All right, I think that's all. Is there someone we're missing? Please, if we didn't call you, please introduce yourself.
So let's have some of the developers present their apps. A little bit more detail on some of those. VI developers, why don't you go first? I know one of you said you had to leave.
Good evening, everybody. This is Aryan Kumar Andarba again. So, first of all, I'm really thankful to the Blind Android User podcast. It is always nice to be here, and it is always, great to be here. So, thank you so much for inviting us and giving us this platform. So, first of all, we are developers. Many of you know us, I think. So basically, we are developers is a group of blind individual visually impaired students, and we are working for our community. And it was founded on the 29th of April 2019. So within 3 days, we are going to celebrate our 7th anniversary, of course. So our flagship product is Tech Freedom. Tech Freedom is an Android application designed to tackle day-to-day tasks for the visually impaired community, and we have features like document reader, image analyzer, image generator, TFAI, Voicify TTS, text to audio, and cache reader. And we have this kind of features into our application. And last year, on the 27th of April 2025, we have decided to shift our product into the flagship model and into the paid model. The reason was only the survivability, because we want to survive our product, because at that time we had 50,000 plus downloads, and it is hard to handle this type of large user base without getting anything, because we also have to pay for lots of things. So that's why we have decided to move on and let the Tech Freedom generate money for its own survive. So that's why and from today, when I'm sitting here on the 26th of April, probably 25th of April 2026, we have lots of people has already bought our application and using it, so it's really nice. And recently, the big everybody has tried, I think, Tech Freedom, and recently the biggest change we have made is to we have added the support for the international currencies in the cash reader. We have added support for United States dollars, euros, British pounds, and recently in the last update 2 days ago, we have added support for Turkish lira and Indonesian rupiah. So we are continuously working on the adding additional currencies in the cash reader, thanks to our partner, a tech company in the American tech company. So we are continuously working on cash reader as well, and as well as we're continuously working on the Tech Freedom to get it better.
Let's go to Lukman now.
Wow.
Lukman, you were just on a couple of weeks ago, weren't you?
Hello everyone, I'm Lukman, developer of TTS Engine for Android, and I'm just small developer here since I start this app on February and got lucky to be joined here by all of you, and many thanks for all of you inviting me here. And what can I say? It's just a TTS engine that can be used for everyone, and it is just my side project, and so that's it.
Thank you, Lukman. Mustafa.
Mustafa, sen kendi ürününü tanıtıyorsun kısaca 2-3 dakika içinde. Buyur.
Ferda ekran okuyucu açık kaynak kodundan türetilmiş bir ekran okuyucudur TalkBack'ten.
Ferda, its name, the screen reader for Android, was produced from the open source TalkBack. Evet.
Kullanıcıların alışkanlıklarının değişmesinin zor olduğunu biliyorum.
It's difficult to change the use of the people. I mean, whatever they are used to.
Önemli olan hızdı. Ekran okuyucuda tepkime hızı çok şeydir.
It's important to react. It's important to get the screen reader to get speed.
Ben de görme engelliyim. Bunun yanı sıra
I am
hayalimde
also
olan birçok şeyin
I am also visually impaired, handicapped.
hayalimde olan birçok şeyin mevcut ekran okuyucularda olmadığını gördüm ve başkalarından beklemektense hayalimi gerçekleştirdim.
I noticed that many features didn't exist in the existing screen readers, and then that was my goal to achieve this with my new screen reader.
Evet, ekran okuyucumuzda ekstra özellikler için abonelik sistemi var ama bir aylık seçenekte 14 gün deneme süreci olacak. Temel özellikler sonsuza kadar özellik ücretsiz kalacak.
Some of the features can be obtained on subscription basis, but we have a 14-day trial period, and we will add more options to the screen reader.
Temel özellikler sonsuza kadar ücretsiz kalacak.
And the basic features will be available forever to the users.
Teşekkür ediyorum bana da yer verdikleri için. Kendileriyle tanışmış olmaktan memnunum.
I thank you to have this opportunity to address to you.
Next, I'll go to Shin, please.
Yeah, hi everyone, and great to be here again. And for the last time I was here is February this year, and I will introduce Redis to more friends here. Redis is an open source ebook reader. You can use Redis to read EPUB books and PDF books. There are a lot of ebook readers already, both for the desktop or Android and iOS. Like you can use Amazon Kindle or Apple Books or Google Play Books. But I think the major problem of these applications is that you can't own your own, you can't actually have full control of your reading data. Big companies usually collect your reading behavior, and every single interaction you made with the app, and then harvest the data, and the data is used to promote more products you want to sell to you. So actually, I would like a real open source ebook reader that is accessible to everyone, and that really care about the privacy and data security for everyone. So I made the Redist project. It's open sourced in the license of general public license. Actually, the general public license will make sure that everyone can read the source code of this app, and no one and no company can make use of the source code and close the source code. So we can make sure the software can be open forever, and no one can make it private, so that all the data, the reading data you have made in this app can be in full control of the user. So this is, I think, this is a major mission of this project. And since last time I came here, there are several major improvements of the app. Now you can, using the TTS to read PDFs in addition to the EPUB files. And there are more optimization for the performance of the app. And now the app can run more smoothly on e-ink devices. I also would like to introduce or talk about the future of Redist app. Actually, I would like a reading community that is accessible to everyone from the world, so that there is no geographical isolation of users, or there are boundaries of language or culture. Everyone can use the app, can use Redist to read what they want. And even importantly, for the same paragraph of a book, anyone from any culture or language, they can share their thoughts on the same paragraph of a book. So users can comment or share their thoughts on the same paragraph of a book, and others can read that comments and reply to the comments I was already I like this idea because for the first time, a book can be a platform that people from all over the world can really talk to each other without the without the boundary,
without any constraints or boundaries or
yeah,
anything of the sort.
yeah,
And by the way, guys, if you want to, we got the interview that we had with Shin on there, and we also have the app as an app of the week demo on there on our side. And, we really appreciate it for Shin, being here from China. It's late. So Shin, thank you so much for improving Redist. And it also, I think there's also a Windows version of it. I downloaded the Windows version. So if you want, you can also get a Windows version of the app. So thank you so much, Shin. Ed,
thank you.
Who do we have next?
Let's go to Diane. Hopefully, we're not catching you in the middle of the street.
No, I am safely across the street. Thank you. And it was so funny because I kept saying to myself, "Don't call on me, don't call on me," and Warren called on me. So
I am bad.
So thank you for inviting me. This is Diane Ducharme from Blind Shell. And for those of you who do not know what a blind shell is, first of all, shame on you, but I will explain to you what exactly a blind shell is. So the Blind Shell Classic 3 is an accessible cell phone for people who are blind and visually impaired. And I say that with a caveat because other disability groups are also embracing Blind Shell because Blind Shell has tactile buttons and it's menu driven. So that eliminates the need for swiping and tapping and making that rotor gesture and all that stuff that can be difficult for people. Everything is spoken out on the Blind Shell, and you have the option also to speak into the Blind Shell. So I just want to quickly go over three of the fun major features of the Blind Shell Classic 3. So the first one is an app, and it's a Blind Shell native app called Observo, O-B-S-E-R-V-O. So Observo is one of those apps that allows you to get an image description. So it's easy. You just use your dictation button. Observo will allow you to snap a picture of something, and then you can get an image description. You can get an image, a description of the text, which I really, really like because although I do love the other image description apps, when I take a picture of a package, I just want to know who it's from and who it's to. I don't need to know everything else around it. You know, my shoes are green and the bookcase is brown and all that other crazy stuff. I just want to know the text. So Observo will allow you to do that. It will also allow you to identify currency as well and get a color description. And also it has a translated feature in there. And then you can share all that through text, email, WhatsApp, and Tandem. So Tandem is also a Blind Shell native app. So a Blind Shell user has the ability to ask another person who it could be somebody using a iPhone, an Android phone, or another Blind Shell Classic 3 for help. So if those people, the helper, download the free Tandem app on their device, they can remotely take over the Blind Shell user's phone and assist them. The Blind Shell user will hear every click, every word, everything, and the Blind Shell user has the ability to end that remote session at any time. So if you're a trainer, it's a great way to assist somebody without the transportation, without saying, well, I'm kind of booked up for 3 weeks, when you know it's only a 5-minute fix, you can remotely assist them. And then also the AI feature of Luna. Luna is Blind Shell's version of AI, and Luna is great. You can ask her to open apps, do math. How do you spell hippopotamus? You can ask Luna, how do I do certain things on the phone? You can ask Luna to make that remote assistance call for you. So those are the 3 key features of the Blind Shell Classic 3. But I also want to highlight our YouTube. Our YouTube is greatly loved by our customers because it is ad-free and it is free. So that is just one of the benefits you get with one of the many benefits you get with a Blind Shell. You get the free, ad-free YouTube, no clutter, no advertisements, no you search for this, but we really think you wanted to search for that kind of stuff. So check out the Blind Shell Classic 3. And for all you Android developers, if you have an app that you think would be a great addition to the Blind Shell, please feel free to email info@blindshell.com, because we would love to have you on board on the Blind Shell. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. A couple of people have joined, I think, since we did that. Could I ask US area code 585 to say who you are?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Julie in New York State.
Great. Great to have you here, Julie. And Joshua.
Hello.
Where are you coming to us from, Joshua?
I'm from Canada.
Great to have you with us. And does anyone else have any questions for any of our fantastic developers?
Diane, this is for you. When would you guys open up this remote session, for other Android users outside of the Blind Shell Classic? I mean, this is a really good idea, because a lot of times, you get someone saying their phone is doing this and you're not there and you want to help them, but you can't. Maybe if you guys could help us, I think this is a great idea. If there's a possibility, and put it on the Play Store, even if it's a paid one, that would be great. Diane?
I was just talking to one of our developers yesterday about that, and he was like, really? So he's like, I'm taking a note of this. So, again, that would be a great email to Blind Shell, info@blindshell.com.
Yeah, that would be good.
I have a question to Mustafa. I'm not sure if you are here.
Yeah, I think we still have Mustafa.
Yeah, okay. So you just said the app is like TalkBack. So what's the major or the most different feature between the app and the Android TalkBack? Could you give an example?
Saleh, are you able to translate? I think we've lost Emin.
Abi şöyle bir soru var. Şu an itibariyle Talkback'le Ferdi arasında nasıl bir fark var?
Mesela altyazıları okuyabiliyor.
Ferdi can read subtitles now from videos.
Çevrim dışı çeviri var.
It has offline translation.
OCR ile etiketleri okuma var.
It has OCR label reading offline completely.
Resimden IBAN, e-posta ve telefon numarasını çıkarıp panoya kopyalamak var.
It can detect bank statement numbers, email addresses, and phone numbers from images and can copy to clipboard.
Yapıştırma seçeneklerinde panoda metin biriktirip dilediğini seçip yazma alanında yapıştırma var.
You can collect things in your clipboard, whatever you copy it, like up to 20 items for your clipboard, and you can choose to copy from the copy history.
Daha da önemlisi mikrofon açıkken mikrofon kapanıncaya kadar ya da kullanıcı ekrana dokununcaya kadar konuşmaz.
And right now, It has this feature that when the mic is being used, it doesn't have any speech like TalkBack does right now, and it won't interrupt your recordings and stuff.
Bunlar
Okay,
aklıma
okay.
gelen birkaç basit özellik.
Those are the
Kilit
things that I
ekranında neyin
can recall right
söyleneceği
now.
var. Parmak hareketiyle ekran kilitleme bile mesela yok TalkBack'te. Bunda var.
You can also have to set gestures to unlock or lock your screen.
Daha 10 gün önce doğdu. Gelişecek. Çok daha ötesini yapacağım.
It's only 10 days old, so still early to say many things. It's going to improve a lot.
Okay, okay.
My question is just, what is the charge for the Pro version, and what does the Pro version give us as far as features, and does it have, because I think this is critically important, does it have the ability to like describe images for things that are unlabeled? Does it have something like TalkBack does with Gemini? Because I think that's critical.
Şunu sordular. Üyelik ücreti ne kadar? Aylık ya da yıllık olarak Pro lisansın ücreti ne kadar? Bunun haricinde çevrim dışı OCR modülü etiketsiz düğmeleri tanımlamada ya da resimleri tanımlamada başarılı mı şu anda?
Çevrim dışı tanıma evet başarılı. Ben IBAN numarası kopyaladım veya etiketsiz yerlerde etiket eklememiş olmama rağmen kendi ellerimle yazdım bu cümleyi zaten başına. Resimde şunu söyleyen bir metin görüyorum deyip metni okuyor.
The offline OCR is able to detect images and also is able to label buttons, and I can say it's accurate for now.
Ücret konusuna gelince aylık $2,5, yıllık $20. Çok fazla pahalı tutmadım. Akşam 9'dan gece sabah 4'e kadar 3 aydır bilgisayar başında oturup bununla uğraşıyorum. Ve gelen paranın da en az yarısını yine bu iş için ayıracağım. Yüksek kotalı işte yapay zeka modelleri, daha iyi bilgisayar ve belki bir iki öğrenci bulup geliştirici, koddan anlayan, işleri hızlandırmak üzere istihdam gibi düşüncelerim var. Daha yeni erişilebilirlik uygulamaları planım var.
For subscription prices, he's offering two models. The monthly price is $250, and for annual, it's going to be $20. He's going to use this, whatever he earns from this project, to improve the screen reader, and also going to have better equipments, and also getting to work with some other employees to improve, and also for the further projects for accessibility.
Since Redis, they can also work with several screen readers. I want to know if the product can support the accessibility tree of WebView, so that it can also read the content from Redis. Yeah.
Web tarafıyla ilgili bir soru geldi. Uygulama web işlemlerinde nasıl başarılı web tarayıcılarında? Çünkü Redis Accessibility Tree kullanıyor. Bu şekilde Redis'i de kullanabilir mi senin ekran okuyucunu kullanan kişiler?
Biz genelde Chrome kullanıyoruz ya da yani cep telefonlarında genelde Google Chrome kullanılıyor. Ben oralarda bir problem görmedim ama uygulamanın içinden bana ulaşabilirler. Ayarların en sonunda geliştirdiği hata raporu gönder diye bir düğme var. Buradan ille de hata raporu göndermek zorunda değil. Bana e-posta da gönderebilirler. Problem gördükleri yerde hem hata raporu elime gelir hem de arkadaşların şikayeti elime gelir. En kısa zamanda çözüp güncellerim birkaç günde.
It's basically using the same models as any other screen readers does. So the web views are accessible. It's also tested with Chrome using the Chrome browser. If you see any issues using the Redis app, you can just contact me using my email address, or you can just contact me from directly within the app.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I want to ask Luqman a question. Do you have anything to tell us regarding the planned support for other languages in the to be said TTS engine? By the way, I think the engine is now quite good for reading articles and reading ebooks, especially the fascinating voice generation thing. I think sometimes it works pretty well. So what about the the multi-language engine? Do you have any news to share with us?
Regarding the multilingual version, actually it's already on alpha stage, so I've already got it working for 5 languages: English, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and German. But for the French, the model is not quite good yet, so maybe I'll gonna release it next week for that language. And the good news is there is no optimization, so it's actually run twice faster than currently we have now. So yeah, that's it. Improve a lot of things, so it can support low-end devices from 2018. Since I'm using that for testing the lowest end device, and it's better for battery. And yeah, I'm planning to release it around next week for that.
Great news. Well, just a follow up regarding this. Are you going to make a switch automatically between languages, or the person or the user decides which language he wants to use? And what's the plan regarding this one?
For now, that's should be changed manually since the model is quite big, so it need to prepare a lot of things. So when you change the language, it will take around 3 seconds. I plan to add some warm-up stage so it can quickly switch, but it will take a lot of memory from phone, so I abandoned that. So yeah, so you need to switch it manually since each language has different model, another 200 megabytes of file, and every time it runs, it takes around 1.5 gigabyte of RAM. So yeah, it's quite big. So to run this, that's why I'm planning to switching that manually. So not automatically, since it will be very bad for the phone.
Makes total sense. Thank you.
We do have one more introduction though to do, I think. Mario.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hey, Mario. Where are you coming to us from?
Actually, I'm coming from Luxembourg.
Nice. Good to have you with us. Warren, where do we want to go now?
Welcome, Mario.
Yeah, thanks.
So I just wanted to congratulate the guys from Tech Freedom, coming up on 7 years, as he indicated. Congratulations to you guys, and I'm excited that after 7 years, you guys are still there. Thank you so much for your work for our community.
Well, I also want to add something to that. I'm not sure if Aryan is here. Aryan, are you still with us?
No, sorry, Aryan is not there.
Unfortunately, he had to go.
So then you can definitely pass my message to him. Sometimes we are really harsh criticizing him for the things you guys are doing. Like, since we can only reach out to him, sometimes me and Karine, we are really since we know him so well, we are sometimes being harsh to criticize, especially when things are not working well. But he's always there. He's always so kind with us, and really appreciate it. And just want to say happy birthday and long live Tech Freedom.
Well, thank you so much for your wishes. And even we criticize ourselves, so that's not a big deal.
That's what I like.
It's a beautiful thing to be criticized.
Yeah,
makes us get
exactly.
better, as long as the criticisms are good.
Actually, criticism helps us to improve more. So we love criticisms.
Yes, it really does.
You guys know that we are not we are always in the constructive side rather than being just harsh.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so
and we truly appreciate that. And also,
yeah.
I would like to add a couple of things before we leave. So, we keep getting feedback and questions regarding some of our features. And I bluntly want to say that we try to get everything working. Most of the things are just under progress, and there are some things which are non-repairable at the moment because we switched our entire framework, right? So it may take some time, but we assure you that we'll get back on track as soon as possible, and you will get to experience tech freedom like never before.
Thank you so much. And really, I want to thank all of you developers, Sheen, you guys from Tech Freedom, Mustafa, who's already gone, and the others. We really appreciate you guys standing with us, because when it all said and done, the most important thing that we're looking forward to is that we have developers that see the need of blind users. And that's what we're looking for. And you guys have proved that you could be part of us. And so we're so thankful that you are here for us. And we have the next one is not till July. And so put that on your calendar. If you're a developer, the last Saturday of July would be our third quarter. And we're hoping to see you guys then in July. But again, thank you so much for being part of the blind community and helping in improving life for those of us who have blindness, so visual needs and all of that. Thank you so much. We're so thankful to be partners with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Priyanka, you go cook some food. I know it's late. Just kidding, girl. But it's bedtime out there in India. And thank you so much, guys. And Diane, put some fire on those guys. Bring that remote session to Android. Open it up.
I will do my best, but you guys can reach out as well. I'm sure they would love to hear
I will.
that
I definitely will.
about how much everybody likes the idea of this app. So thank you.
It's a beautiful idea. I love it. Thank you so much.
All right, sure, thanks.
Yeah, I wanted to ask one question: how can we connect with Blind Shell? So can help us out?
So if you want, you can email me and I can pass anything on. My email is Diane, DIANE at blindshell, BLINDSHELL.com, or you can send something to info@blindshell.com.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the Android extension, and also want to try the blind shell in India. Let's see if that happens.
So did somebody say they want to try a blind shell in India?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Yeah. So we are sold all over the world. There's 20 different languages built into the phone. And it's just a simple, choosing your language, and then the phone shuts off, restarts, and there it is in your language. So, we welcome people from all over.
So, like, you support Indian regional languages, like different regional languages in India, like Tamil or
I
Telugu or
don't
Kannada.
think all the regional languages are supported, but mainly it's about the shipment and all,
Yes. So,
Yeah.
it's interesting you say about that, the language, because I had a customer from El Salvador, and he was kind of getting how to use the phone, but not quite. So I turned the phone to Spanish, and then when I went into Spanish, there were like 100 different countries that I could choose from. So I found El Salvador and turned it on, and it was like he just lit up, because now he was able to use the phone in his native language. So when you go into a language, there are the different variations then of that language that you can choose from.
Okay.
That's super cool.
And I think the guy from Auto Vision just joined us. You missed the party, but how about if you're hearing us, why not tell people where you're from and what your app is all about?
Hi, Warren. Apologies for joining so late. Got stuck up into another one, but yeah, thanks for having me here. So this is about the Audivision app, and the Audivision app was released quite. It is there since 2022, and the main intent of the application is to enable access to the physical documents as well as the digital documents in a completely offline environment for the sake of users who do not have internet connectivity, or for users when they are into the remote locations, and for those who are concerned about the data security and privacy. So that is our key aim. And most of the features of the applications are free to use and with various generous usage quota, only unless you want to really scan a lot of documents in bulk professionally. Usually that's where the licensing will only come into picture, and that's quite nominal per year. But apart from that, our key focus area, as I mentioned, is about document reading and keeping it offline, and also to ensure that it is being able to be exported in various formats like PDF, text, copy, and shared with other application intents. And apart from that, we have smart text, which basically is like a instant reading capability to know a product information or a signage information or a quick gist of what the notice is there in front of you. And finally, one of the key updates that we did recently, a few weeks back, was the recent files. That is, all your documents that you're viewing, all the documents that you've opened recently, that will be visible in this tab, that will be accessible through this tab, and you don't need to again go and remember whether the image was what was the image that you opened up in the morning from the WhatsApp messaging. Straight away go to the files tab, and you will find it there with a good amount of description, the timestamp when it was opened by you, sort of a history, and that becomes much very handy capability. So yeah, I know it's already towards the end of the session, I believe, Warren, so I won't take much of the time, but these are the key updates that our application Audivision has recently been featured with. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, if you guys haven't heard about it, we do have it on our YouTube channel. You could go in there and listen to our interview with him on AutoVision, which is a great app. It has some other features that apps in its class do not have. So again, like I said, feel free to go to our YouTube channel and be able to listen to that. And thank you so much for dropping by. Does anyone have any question for Audivision? Since he's kind of a little bit late, we've passed that segment. But if you do have any question for Audivision, please feel free to ask such a question.
I have to go. So I want to thank everyone for being with us today. And I want to thank every developer who was with us. And you are doing a great job. So thank you for your efforts. And I want to remind people about the giveaway, which is still open. So if you would like to get 1 month free of the Rhodes Audio application, you have to email us, contact us at blindandroidusers.com. If you like the app, you just test your luck and see if you will be a winner. Thank you.
All right, let's talk about some things that we think are of importance. What is it that you like to see, or what are some of the items that you guys like, especially on Android, or what are some of the things that you would love to see happen on our podcast?
I think for your podcast, I think
You guys are doing a pretty bang up job, so that's good to know. I think it would be cool to maybe have like maybe newer music, I guess. I don't know. Not to say that the current music
Yeah,
stuff,
no,
but
I totally understand you. I'm with you. I wish we have. There were some, intro sounds that we had earlier on that I really liked. For some reason, Google kept striking those things down, even though the person who produced them said we could use them. So if you are someone who knows how to do music, if you could do, and that is I'm saying to you listeners out there, if you know how to do some intro music, we would love for you to help us out. Just 30 seconds or whatever, that would be great. And so I know we got a lot of talents in the house. And so if you're one of those people that have that talent, please feel free to do something because, we could change those intro sounds.
Why Google was tracking on that? Have you guys took that from any website or?
It's just what it does. It just wants you to confirm you've got the license, which is really, really annoying. It's a copyright strike, even though the music isn't copyrighted. So you have to go in and change it each time that happens. It's very tedious. The curse of YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube thinks we're stealing something from someone when we're not. Even though the developer of the tune has said now, they can use it. It's just an ongoing thing, and because of that, they say we cannot monetize it. Whatever the case may be, it's just absolutely crazy.
And it happens with royalty-free music because lots of people use the same royalty-free music. So Google assumes it's a copyright infringement. So every time you have to go in and tell it that it isn't, and it's just really dull.
I would love to see that kind of turn back on them and like someone come back to Google and say, to kind of like come full circle, and see how that would happen, how that would turn out.
Okay, so did that lead you guys to remove that particular portion, I guess?
Yeah, it's the issue if you want music in the podcast, though. So obviously, if you have no music, it doesn't happen. But it's weird. It's what you do about it, and you can go and confirm it manually every time. It's just, like I say, a bit tedious.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems that we have. And again, like I said, if you know how to do music, for example, you could help us do that. I know that the current ones that we have, someone did that for us. Even though Google was trying to say there was something about it, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. But right now, what we have is what we have, unless, of course, someone has something else to give us. We've had such promises that just never came to fruition.
Yeah, I use Reverb. I know the musical thing, but I don't have any ideas on the licensing one. So we'd have to dig on the licensing procedure. There must be something which we are definitely lefting out. So let's see what we can get.
Look, I'll pipe in here and say using Audacity, I can use AI to generate tones, but again, the patterns might match copyright infringement, I suppose. But you could
I was
generate
thinking about that too, Jacob. With all this AI, one could generate something. I was reading up some things on subreddit group about matters of this nature, and I was really interested in seeing if we could actually do that. There are sites that would do that, but then I don't know what Google would do. It's always Google.
No, for sure. Look, in Audacity, I use Audacity for all my mixing, you know that already. And the Whisper plugin gives you the ability to generate tones based on your own description and all that sort of thing. But again, the patterns might match something that Google will think belongs to someone else.
Yeah, and any unique composition won't get flagged. It's just like if you use the royalty-free ones, obviously other people are using them as well. So even though they're not copyrighted, it matches, and you have to go and confirm it. Is there anything like composed separately, as we say, Jacob, unless the pattern's already been matched, should be fine.
Yeah. Well, okay. Sorry. The only musical instrument I have here is a drum kit, and that wouldn't help. So, yeah, that's just me.
So what about some of this, moving to something different about the, we've got a couple TTS engines that were not on the Play Store, for example. You guys know me, I just don't like side loading. Ed was giving me a bad time about side loading.
I always give you a bad time about side loading. Every possibility I have.
Exactly. And so when we have these ones come to the Play Store, when I came across this guy on the subreddit, I was so excited. And another one, though, that I think I'm going to be posting it on there is that the Sherpa, SHERPA, but it's Vox Sherpa. I'm not sure if it's available now. It should be, because it was waiting for a 14-day period for it to become publicly available. But so that would be another one outside of the Supertonic that we have. Did you guys notice that we have an echo going back? Whenever someone talks.
Is that your phone, Joshua? Did you go on mute?
That is not me. I was muted.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Now we don't hear that echo coming back, because I was wondering what was going on. But it's been like that for quite a spell. And so I'm glad, Ed, you kind of figured out where it was coming from. I thought maybe just the Google servers that were bad.
I got the person wrong, but I got the device right. It was someone on a phone, so it was firing out of the speaker.
Yeah. So I didn't even think of that. I thought, nah, it's back again. I thought it was coming from the Google servers or something.
Can I just jump in on this topic of the TTS shortly?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because you mentioned the Sherpa TTS, and I was wondering if the rest of people tested the same. But I kind of noticed that, for example, if you compare Sherpa and Fusion TTS, basically they're all based on the Piper TTS engines, and they're using the same voices.
They are.
Yeah. So in fact, I don't see, like, why do we have multiple forks of the same kind of TTS things which do more or less the same stuff? I mean, it's not. I know that probably nobody here can't answer that because there are no developers, but I'm just, noticing that it's weird to have the same kind of things installed, and then you have the same voices all over.
It's a similar thing we had going with eSpeak for a while. And yes, I use the Prudence version of eSpeak for Afrikaans, among other things. But that's just because it's at the moment the most stable version. But yeah, eSpeak, there were used to be about 4 different versions on Play Store.
Yeah, there's no choice if they're all exactly the same, is there?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, so the same idea with eSpeak or TG speech box that we have a little while ago. It kind of, Mario, you got a really good idea about making that thing sound a little bit better. You are talking about it on our Telegram group. I just I don't know. I couldn't get that thing to sound as good. I know you got it sounding better, but they all kind of like the same idea, just like we're talking about. The Piper, powering these other TTS engines. It seems like they all use the eSpeak thing, the TG speech box or the other ones. It's just, I don't know. I think for me, the responsiveness probably makes up for that shortcoming.
In my point of view, it's what you prefer. Like, from what I see, Warren, you're kind of the guy that likes to have natural text-to-speech engines. So anything that sounds kind of robotic, it's not okay for you, and I totally get that point. On the other hand, I'm coming from the early 90s when everybody used whatnot,
It
all
was
these.
terrible, yeah.
It was terrible, but it was usable,
Yeah.
and I'm still kind of used to this kind of, let's say, very robotic speech engines, but which are very, very responsive. I will personally sacrifice the
Clarity over responsiveness.
the
Yeah.
quality over
No,
the response.
I
I
agree.
mean, if I have to do the everyday tasks on the phone, but if I want to, for example, if I want to read the book or something like that, of course, then I will use something, let's say, more natural. Yeah. But
Very good point.
speaking of the eSpeak, I noticed, Jacob, you mentioned that you're using Prudence eSpeak, and the funny thing was that I noticed that if you use eSpeak from Prudence and then you start Gemini Live, forget it. It's breaking all the time, and I don't know why, but yeah, when I use that Prudence eSpeak, it's with Gemini Live, it's unusable. But
the main trick though is that I use it through Auto TTS because I need language switching, and that seems to also actually smooth it out a bit. I don't use it directly because I don't want it to do its own dialect switching. So, but I use it through Auto TTS for English and Afrikaans. And that does seem to help a little bit there. On another note, I was just actually thinking about Blast Day. I wonder if he's actually going to put it on Android ever.
So the blast big boy, as I call him, Philip, I don't know what happened, but Philip, if you're listening to my voice, come on out, my man. What's going on? We've been waiting, pining away for this TTS of yours. So I don't know. Has it been abandoned, or what's going on here?
Moral of that story, Warren? Don't let developers come on until there is an Android TTS to plug their non-Android TTS engines.
What was that, Ed? You lost
I said
me.
the moral of that story: don't get the guy on when he's done a TTS to Windows to promote his Windows TTS when he doesn't have an Android TTS yet. I believe I said that at the time.
Well, but we give everybody a benefit of the doubt, though. That's where I'm coming from.
We could require them to have developed for Android before having them on an Android podcast, though, couldn't we? That wouldn't be an unreasonable bar, would it?
Yeah, I understand, but I thought though that most especially if the developer is blind, we give them that benefit of the doubt because they're part of the community. And maybe that will give them a little more of a push to do the right thing by doing something for Android. But yeah, I understand what you're saying and where you're coming from. But I hope, though, that we're just going to be getting a surprise here that he hasn't actually quit. Maybe he's hard at work, and maybe we're just being impatient. Sometimes maybe I'm a little bit too impatient. I thought that I'm a patient guy, but maybe I'm not.
No, when it comes to food, you're not. Yeah, but it's okay to be impatient when it comes to food. You got to have food now.
Oh yeah, no, food. I love my food. I don't mess with food.
Yeah, and one another thing is that you're definitely shameless.
I'm very shameless. I would ask a developer to give us codes or whatever to our listeners because, frankly, I think that helps them, and it also helps listeners as well, because sometimes some people are not able to afford something, and if a developer is kind enough to give those free promos, especially like a lifetime promo, I'm all over it. So I don't shy away from asking.
And plus, it's fun.
It is. Yeah. So if you're a developer we're not being hard on you guys, but it wouldn't hurt to now and then, give a little El Fribo to the people. I think it's a good thing. Well, folks, I know it's been a long one, but probably we should be winding this down so that you guys could go eat dinner. I know it's kind of late everywhere for dinners, but lunches and stuff like that. If you're on this, this side of the hemisphere, and Mario, have you had dinner yet? Maybe not.
No, but it will be in about 20 minutes. So it's on the way.
Yeah, I skipped dinner for you.
Oh yeah, so that's my concern. You guys, it's a huge sacrifice to do that, and so I'm so thankful that you could come here and just be part of the conversation. And again,
you owe me a dinner, Warren.
Yeah, I know I owe you guys, but I make it up when I ask developers to give us codes, don't I?
Yeah.
Looking forward to when you guys could come again in July. Like I said, it's the last Saturday of July. Mark that on your calendars, as that would be our third open listener session. But before we bring that to a close, though, Sally, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, and keep in mind, girls, when it's July, we both will be still single, me and Warren.
Exactly. So bring the other girls around because I would like to get to know them. Mario, you have a squeeze.
Do I have what?
Put him on the spot. Do you have a squeeze?
I don't understand.
You have a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend.
I'm married.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, he's all good. He's
I'm
all
married.
good. Yeah, he's all good. He's set for life.
I'm messing with you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just gonna say that Mario is a great guy. He's always around here.
Yeah. So when someone has a partner, I call it a squeeze. That's your little squeeze. So yeah. You know how it is. You hug someone, you're squeezing them. So you're a little squeeze.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you, bro.
Definitely, me and Warren will be here in July.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So bring all the squeezes around. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. She's on and off listening, but she's the iOS user. So
yeah,
No good, Mario. No
try
good.
to convert.
Why?
Try to convert her.
You
To go to
gotta
the
convert,
man's side.
yeah.
All good things must end. Thus, it's curtain drawing time, bringing us to the close of this week's episode. Coming up, though, we give you information on how to get hold of us. Well, before we close, though, here's John, though, standing by to give us information on how people could get hold of us. Here's John to give us that information.
To contact us, simply send an email to contactus@blindandroidusers.com. If you'd prefer, you can leave a voicemail by calling +1 307 202 9797. You can join our mailing list by sending a blank email to blindandroidusers+subscribe@groups.io. You can join our Facebook and Telegram groups or subscribe to our YouTube channel using the links in the podcast show notes or YouTube video description. And you can find all of this information and more at our website, blindandroidusers.com.
Thank you so much, John. And with that, though, we come to the end of this episode. Looking forward to seeing you guys next time. From me, I want to say goodbye. Thank you so much. See you next time. Keep those home fires burning.
all right, take care, guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening, guys. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Blind Android Users Podcast. Until we see you next week, don't forget to leave us your comments and suggestions via our email contact or using any of our social media sites. Have a great week.